Are you a good training partner in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu? Okay, today we're going to talk about if you're a good training partner in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu and maybe open up a few eyes and change the way some people train, because I do think that we have a problem with Jiu-Jitsu, especially people in the earlier stages of development and people who are just a little smaller or not physically as capable as their other people on the mats, with their experience that they have with kind of lousy training partners. And so I think the biggest issue with being a not good training partner in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu is going to happen during the rolling sessions, and it's going to be happening in a one-sided manner. So I'm a black belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, and if I'm training with the white belt, it is important that that person, while we are rolling, let's say we're rolling 5 minutes, it's important that that person also gets to do jiu-jitsu. And their jiu-jitsu is not just me pass to their guard, get the side control, and then they get the tap from a choke, and then me pull guard, and then they get the tap from omoplata. That's not doing jiu-jitsu. So a good training partner, even with a significant skill gap, will be able to have it be to where both people are doing jiu-jitsu. It's a pretty simple concept. I think it doesn't happen a lot of times. A lot of the more skilled people on the mats don't like to introduce this idea of kind of a more playful style of jiu-jitsu. The person isn't getting to train much, and they might be learning something in the process of getting tapped out 5 times in 5 minutes, but they could be learning a lot more, and also you could still learn. So while I'm rolling with somebody who is a lot less skilled than I am, I'm working on things that I'm maybe not so great at either. Or maybe I'm looking at little details of things, or getting some kind of more reps in, or working on some escapes. Some people aren't comfortable with the idea that occasionally you're going to get tapped out. So you give enough white belts your back, you're going to get caught occasionally. You give enough white belts your arm, you're going to get caught occasionally. And you need to be okay with that, because a good training partner lets the other person do jiu-jitsu too. And it's that simple. So how many months do you need to go to jiu-jitsu before you start to actually do jiu-jitsu in an offensive way instead of just getting tapped out all the time? It should be pretty soon, especially when you get paired up with the more experienced grapplers who are able to play a little bit. And I'm not the person who is just always getting, giving everybody submissions and stuff like that. But we both get to do jiu-jitsu. You get to do a guard pass. If you do it correctly, you're pretty much on the right, do it pretty much correctly. You get to, attempt an arm bar. You get to do a back take. You get to do different things. I'm not just getting tapped out and laying there as a dummy on the mats. It's playful. They need to have a little give and take, and also there's room for the more aggressive matches where you take it to them a little bit more, but that shouldn't be the predominant way to jiu-jitsu. Imagine the new person. They come in, they've been training for 2 months, they roll for 5 rounds, and they perform nothing but defense the entire time. That's not a great experience to have. That's going to be hard to maintain a relationship with jiu-jitsu that's long enough to get good. And so just ask yourself, if you are bringing a significant advantage to the mats, whether it's skill or it's size or it's speed or whatever you have for your advantage, to where you are always controlling the match and you're always winning the training session, which we're not here to win training sessions anyway. We're here to train. Make sure that you're both training, and also just you bullying somebody, that's not helping you either. You just constantly running through the ringer of submissions you want to apply to somebody. Help them out. If they're making mistakes, you need to be talking to them. If an opportunity arises for them to do something great, let them do something great, and then work out of it or get caught, whatever. We're here to train. We're here to get better. And the most frustrating thing that I hear from people who are kind of having a tough time in jiu-jitsu is that they don't get to actually perform much jiu-jitsu that they're learning, because on the mats it's super tough. Those mats are too competitive, and I'm not asking everybody to like baby down their jiu-jitsu, but make sure that they both get to do jiu-jitsu. You get to do jiu-jitsu too, but the other person gets to do a little bit of their game as well. That's a good training partner. Train 50% for you, 50% for them, and you'll both be doing good.